So if you want to know how to do subtitles, I'm showing you just right here how to do that. So you go under the video, you click on CC, or also on another section, you're going to see how to do that. And then you choose the language that you want. So you choose Arabic, French, so that you can understand and you can have subtitles, okay? And if you understand me without subtitles, that's also really good. You can do like a challenge. I'm not doing subtitles in Arabic anymore, just to see if your level is great or not. In a lot of my previous videos, I gave you tips and advice, how to speak, how you can talk, how you can have this fluency. And in today's video, it's going to be much particular because I'm going to tell you about business and how you can speak professionally, because it's a little bit different, not difficult, but different. Hi guys, welcome back to another new video. I hope that you are doing well and extremely good. If you are new here, welcome to our family. Welcome to English for a Better Life. My name is Ines. And what I do in this channel is that I help you to learn English with simple ways and tips, especially talking and speaking English. And in today's video, as you saw on the title of the video, I'm going to show you how you can speak professionally. I'm going to give you some examples, but before of that, if you want to encourage me, don't forget to subscribe into the channel, give me a thumbs up, and hit the bell to receive every new video, and let's start. Okay, so in this professional video, I just want you to imagine that you are going to do a meeting, okay? And you are the chair of the meeting. What does it mean, the chair? The chair, or you're going to share in the meeting. That means that you are the leader, okay? You are going to lead your team and you are going to handle the meeting, all right? Well, to speak professionally, there are a lot of cases, okay? So this is why I told you, I picked one subject and I told you to imagine that you are the chair of the meeting. Okay, so you are the one who is going to lead the attendees. So how are you going to start? This is a great question. How are we going to start? First of all, just by getting people's attention. It is really important that when you are the leader of a meeting, to get people's attention, to tell them, hey, I'm here, I'm the leader of the meeting and you should listen to me. So what expressions you can use to get people's attention? You can simply say, good morning, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? Good morning, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? Great. Right here in this particular point, we know that the pronunciation is important, but also the intonation, right? The way how are you going to say this phrase? And this is why you have to emphasize on please on the end of the sentence. So for example, saying, could I have your attention, please? All right? It's correct. It's a question, but you're not going to have it or to do the intonation as a question. You're going to try to emphasize on please on the end to just actually get their attention and not to be really firm about it, but to show people that you are serious. So, could I have your attention, please? Now, the second step is all about welcoming attendees. Attendees is actually or are actually your team, the people who are in the meeting, and so you should welcome them. And also, as I told you, people don't like long meetings, so you have to be as precise and as efficient as you can. So while welcoming the attendees, you can say, I'd like to welcome you all here today. Now, let's get down to business. Or, thank you all for coming. Perhaps we can make a start. Welcome to today's meeting. Let's begin. As you saw right here, the sentences that you are going to use are common expressions in business English, and they are really precise and very, very simple. And also it shows the attendees that I'm welcoming you, but let's get down into the real meeting. So while introducing the topic, I need you to know that it needs to be a clear idea, okay? And secondly, you need to present the overall idea about the subjects that are going to be discussed in the meeting, so that the attendees or the employees are going to understand what the meeting is about and what we are going to talk about precisely in this meeting. Remember, I told you that the meeting should be as precise, simple, and as efficient as we can, because if the meeting is long, people are going to be bored. So we need to lead the team as efficient as we can. We can also introduce the agenda of the meeting. Do you remember what is agenda? Agenda is the list of the subjects that are going to be discussed in the meeting. So you can say in this case, when you want to present something, today's meeting is about or we'll talk about okay, really good. Now that you introduced the topic and outlined the agenda, you should start right away in the real discussion, all right? So the fourth step is about getting through the agenda. Getting through the agenda means getting more deeply about all the subjects that we have to discuss, all right? Right here, it's the real thing. It's the real subject. Here, you can use phrases like, let's start with, or also, first item in the agenda is, and you can continue. Let me give you some examples. Let's start with social media presence. The first item in the agenda is how we can increase our social media presence. All right? I hope that you understand. All right, so after starting discussing about the first subject of the agenda, the fifth step should be about moving between agenda items. Moving between agenda items, right? So you're moving between the ideas and between the subjects that you have to discuss with your team. And here are some phrases or sentences that you can use. Let's move on to the next item. Item in this context means subject. Let's move on to the next subject. So we come to the, and you explain another idea. The final item in the agenda is, it's up to you, up to your creation. If you want, you can do pause to the video and imagine and create your own your own business and professional sentences. Let me give you some examples. Now we come to the main challenge, how to get 100K in the next few months. The final item in the agenda is to welcome our new hires, James in finance and Emily in human resources. Okay, now that you discussed maybe all of the parts of the agenda, it's really important to let the attendees participate. So the sixth step should be about Inviting attendees to participate. I want you to remember that it's really important to let the participants or the attendees participate and to let them know that you are listening to their opinions and to, that they can also express what they are really thinking about. Maybe they didn't like an idea, or maybe they have a much great idea, you don't know. So it's really important to let the attendees participate. Here are some examples or some sentences that you can use to ask them to interact with you and to participate. What's your opinion on this? Or, would you like to share your thoughts on this question? Could you add anything to our ideas here? All right. I gave you some examples and I think that you understood the context. Seventh step is summarizing and concluding. Well, after letting the attendees participate in the meeting, giving their opinion, expressing their feelings, it's really important to summarize and to conclude the meeting, so just to show them that you are in the, you have the same thoughts, the same opinions, and there is, that everything is okay. So it's important to summarize what you've just said in the meeting. Here are some phrases or sentences that you can use to summarize your ideas or the meeting. So before we close, let me just summarize the main points. The main points are the most important points or the essential points. To sum up, this is one of the most well-known, let's say, English, business English sentences. Or also, in brief, all right? And you can continue imagining situations. Also, in the end, when you summarize, you can ask for the attendees if they have any questions. And this is called any other business. Any other business, and usually when you see it, maybe on an email or something like that, usually they don't write any other business, they just write AOB. So the next time you have a professional email to send, or you received a professional English email and you see AOB, you understand that is any other business. And any other business means if you have any questions, don't hesitate or feel free to ask me. As you saw, guys, I just tried to give you some important sentences and common expressions in business English. And I imagine the situation because I know that generally in all of the jobs we do meetings. So I hope that it was beneficial for you. I hope that you discovered some business English common expressions, and also just to know that it seems, because sometimes when we listen to business English, we're like, oh, it's so difficult. There is nothing difficult about it. It's just that it's a little bit different about the daily routine, because it's professional, so we need to be professional. But I need you to know that it's really easy, nothing complicated about it. You just need to listen a lot. If you want and your goal is to learn business English, so your goal should maybe to listen a lot to a particular business meetings, or to videos. There are plenty videos about business English, interviews. Maybe tell me on comments what can be maybe interesting for you in business English. Do you want me to give you more about interviews or something like that, because I know that a lot of people need it sometime. But yeah, today's video, guys. I hope that you like it. If you like it, you know what to do. Please feel free to give me a thumbs up and also to subscribe in our channel to be a part of our family, of course. And I will see you the next video. Bye.